Greetings, this is Steve Miller in the Sonoran Desert, where the soil is unreasonably hard, and I have to come up with ideas for putting in fence posts. This is roughly what it looks like when we're done, but it can have other configuration. This is the same thing, but without the tripod. That was great for holding the weight, but real pain in the butt to move both of them together. A key point here is the drill. In this case, it's a 2 horsepower, which could be too much. If I hit a rock or something, it may twist this whole thing all to pieces. The auger is corkscrew style that goes into the drill. It can be any width or length within reason. The limits might be explained later. Here's the suction tube, which goes into the drill at the top of the auger. From the drill to the top of the auger, it has a side port at the top which connects to the vacuum cleaner hose, length of your choice. All that is bolted to the all-important sled. Much more on this later, but it is the subframe for the parts that move up and down and ride inside the frame rail. I chose one to 6 feet long for my post hole digger. However, I have personal options, including a rail that is 20 feet long. This gets into complication I might not explain in this video. Basically, the deeper you go, you won't have enough vacuum energy to lift the dirt quickly enough. Eventually you have to force air into the hole to create pressure. I will not go into that in this video. At the bottom of this picture, I show a cross-section of the frame rail. It is a C-channel with a bit of a flange or lips to keep the sled inside of it. Now we'll look at the back side of this frame rail for the pulley magic. The digging derrick. You want the sled to go up and pull this down. It is double pull. You need to pull to raise this 1 inch. 1 inch. The rope has to be pulled 2 inches. Leverage advantage. Currently have a problem with that knot there. Goes up and gets stuck in but this orange cord is purely temporary. The drill goes down there. It attaches across here. In a matter of minutes, I should be able to take it on a test drive. You, the viewer, need to understand that these test videos were not made to educate you, but rather I made these so I could later see what the heck happened frame by frame when everything flew all to pieces. Might be the first test. Well, might be the first failure. The flaw, I don't have the torque of the motor is going to want to spin this thing around, and it's free spinning. So it'll just be me here. I have already used the leveling gauge to make sure this thing is vertical. Lock it off. This is a lift drop control.
I finally invent something that works!
I expected more difficulty. It dug itself in too deep with too much loose dirt on top, so I had to reverse it for a while to screw back up. Irrelevant once I get the vacuum cleaner subsystem attached. There was stability problems here because it is suspended. I don't yet have any spikes anchoring it at the bottom. Alright, this is what is the heart of the matter. Before I get it out of the way, I modified a drill chuck so I can get in to where it needs to go. Go on this. That is what holds the vacuum suction tube, which goes there. It's mounted down with a plain old clamp, hose clamp. This is where the vacuum cleaner. The length of this would depend on how long your bit is, how deep you want to go. Mine is telescopic somewhat, so I set it for what's most practical for my situation. And it goes up there. I simply took some plumbing. That's a straight pipe. Just added stuff, tweaked and made it happen. Now this is the all vital sled, and it has to be modified each time I upgrade with different drills. I'm going to have to take it off, but the top of the drill top handle fit there, and it slid down through there, and it would be clamped as necessary. But I need to take out the sled so you can really see what's going on inside of that. That's a block to help it keep from sliding up and down when I don't want it sliding up and down. That's part of what goes on down there. Now this beautiful block at the top and at the bottom slide right off. It's the ropes that hold it there. I replaced ropes and changed the lengths as needed based on the length of this thing. And that way I can simply replace this 6-foot channel with a 20-foot or anything I want. And all I have to do is change the caps, which happens quite easily. I'm not going to show you how easy it is, believe me. I'm just going to pop that off now so we can look at the sled. I can't help resist showing you how this works. There's 2 layers of belts there, or two belts, ropes, can be whatever you want to call it. Part of the magic, which you'll see in a moment, is skateboard bearings is what makes it so easy to move. Skateboard bearings were very intentionally picked because they're incredibly cheap. You can get 100 of them for 20 bucks or something. Now, a big part of the rope is as this thing starts drilling and digging into the dirt, it can want to screw itself in faster than the system can keep up with. So then pulling this rope, sure, you can pull it down to lift, but you may find yourself having to lift up to slow down the thing from screwing itself down. The 2-to-1 ratio just makes it a little easier to give you the kind of strength you need to control power of the drill. I'll show you the route of the rope. Everyone starts there, comes up over on this side, down and through, up, over, and then it also goes under and becomes this one, comes up there and is anchored there. This other rope is there from the bottom up and around up to there. That's off. Take the rope off that. Should have used a tripod as and there it is. The sled. The sled. Bunch of wood pieces with spacers, and you can see the skateboard bearings. 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and there's enough slack inside. Now that C channel goes around this wooden part, and this bigger C channel goes around that one. See, C channel fits there, around, so it's interlocking. Moves very easily. This is where the working end of the drill is, and the drill handle fits up there at the top. Based on the style, that drill. But this is the core, the heart of the whole matter. Some of you might want to look at it. Stopping the video as needed. I crave functionality, despise beauty. There's a reason for that. Something to do with people I've known There's bearings in there too. Skateboard bearings, letting that wheel spin. So I think there's actually a total of 6 skateboard bearings. Again, incredibly cheap, and some are too cheap. Some don't work fresh out of the box, depending on how much or how little you want to spend. These are actually the middle of the road price.